Forward. You can look happy. It is a happy dance. You are happy peasants. Happy little peasants.
Okay, I'm Gary Panetta.
I'm Danielle Hatch.
And this is River City Roundup, and we're at the Peoria Ballet where rehearsals are ongoing for Giselle, which opens 8 p.m. Saturday. And this is Eric Yetter, the artistic director for the Peoria Ballet, and he's going to talk to us about Giselle.
What's the plot of Giselle?
Well, it's just like any story. It's a timeless story. It had its premiere in 1841.
Wow.
About a girl and a boy. And the boy has disguised himself. He's a nobleman. He's a prince. He's disguised himself as a peasant. She's a peasant girl, and he's trying to, he's fooling around with her, and he's engaged to this other girl, a duchess.
Naughty.
Well, yeah. Now, this particular girl is the sweetheart of this little town, this little village, and she has a weak heart, but she loves to dance, and she dances with this prince in disguise, and is actually going to get married to him. She thinks she's going to get married to him.
And she gets betrayed, though.
Well,
the
yes.
gameskeeper betrays her, and they find out that this prince has been fooling around with her.
Everything comes out, and she loses her mind, and she dies of a broken heart.
She dances herself to death, right?
She
dances and dances.
She breaks it. No, her heart gives out. She's like grabs it at the end. She can't feel her hands. She goes blind, and she falls over dead at the end of Act 1.
So the first half is very festive, and the next half, you're in the cemetery, and it'll give you the willies.
Well, you're not in the cemetery because it does give you the willies, because in the in Slovakia and that region in Romania, there are legends, even to this day, of the spirits of dead women that come back from the dead. They lure men into the forest.
And so they're in a forest where Giselle was buried.
Because she has to be buried on unhallowed ground. She can't be buried in a cemetery in the churchyard because she died crazy.
Okay, Eric, all this sounds kind of weird. Is it that hard to follow?
Oh gosh, no.
Very, very simple.
Very easy.
You've got great-looking young men and women dancing.
Young people,
they're beautiful
gorgeous.
Costumes. I mean, this anybody can follow this.
Right, and there's just a few things, a few little what we call ballet mime that if you know, then you know exactly what happened. Obviously, if you point to your ring finger, you mean what? You're getting married, right? If you go like this and clasp your heart, you mean what? Love.
Love. I was going to say you're dying.
Or maybe if you're clutching your chest, you're going to keel over and die because you've danced yourself to death.
But it's also love. She's dying of a broken heart. But if you cross your fists like this means death.
But it's great music, great costumes.
Beautiful.
I mean, this is exactly
Operatic.
what you think of when you think of ballet. And ballerinas are really strong, so she could kick my butt. I mean, most people probably could, but you probably could in general. I mean, right? Because it's a lot of strain to be a ballerina.
Definitely. We have to, keep your body in top shape all the time. So,
are there certain injuries that are more that ballerinas are more prone to? Is there a ballerina knee or something?
Well, yeah, I mean, joints in general, a lot of pounding, that type of thing. Sometimes I have ankle trouble. I've been lucky to not have too many knee injuries. Backs a lot of times get strained.
How long do dancers usually dance for? How many years is their career?
It's different for every dancer. I've known dancers that went into their 40s. Mid-30s is kind of average, I'd say.
Okay, I'm mid-40s, so I would probably be out to pasture.
You could be retired.
I'm too late to begin a ballet career.
Maybe. I mean, there's adult ballet, it's never too late.
I was watching you guys in practice, and I'm just amazed at how you walk around on your toes. Is there a secret to doing that? I don't think I could do that.
Well, luckily the guys, we don't have to wear point shoes, so we don't have to actually go on our toes.
Okay, it looks like you were. Is that a?
Well, we go up on releve.
Okay. So
we're not actually on the tip of our toes. We just go on the balls of our feet, and that just comes through strengthening through class. We take class every day. Sometimes I usually take it twice a day.
What is your body fat percentage? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea.
2?
I actually took a course in school that we had to measure our body fat. Mine's 4.5%.
Wow, and 15 would be really low, right?
For men, 10 to 12 is normal.
Wow, so.
So I'm probably well above 10 to 12, by the way. How do you, is it more difficult, do you think, for boys and young men to get into ballet than women? Because a lot of guys seem to be resistant to this, or younger people. I mean, what was your experience?
The difficulty of it, I think it's a lot easier for men, actually, because there's so few of us. And because of our talents, we're at actually much higher demand, because we do more tricks, per se.
What is it like to be a guy in a women-dominated field like this? Was that hard for you at first when you were a kid doing this?
No, actually. I enjoyed it a lot, being the only guy It was
Because
nice.
you can meet a lot of really cool girls doing this. This is the one thing people overlook about this.
And girls are called ballerinas. What are guys ballerinos, or what's the term?
I'm
I've
not sure
heard
if
multiple terms. I've heard ballerino, balleur, male ballet dancer. I just
How
kinda
about
go with that.
danseur? I always like danseur.
Releve up. Good. Other way. Up. 2 slow ones. Yes, that's it.
Opening this Friday is Watch Men at the movie theater, and why don't you tell us about that?
This movie was based on a 1986 comic that was very popular, ended up being a graphic novel, and Time magazine listed this as one of its 100 greatest novels of all time. So they're bringing that to the screen. They've been trying to make it for 23 years.
And some critics have said that they should not have tried and that it's a terrible movie, right?
It's not getting the best reviews, but it definitely has a following, just all the fanboys out there.
And it's an insiderish kind of thing, maybe a little bit. You have to sort of know the story.
I've
I don't
heard
want the nerds to get angry at me for not liking this. I haven't even seen it. I'll go see it and keep an open mind about
You'll
it.
be lost, though. I've heard that if you haven't read the book, you'll be lost.
Yeah,
But
have you read the book?
no, I haven't.
Oh, you'll be lost
But
too.
I'll be at the movie just
I
to
will too.
see it.
I will too.
Also this weekend on Sunday, we have Richard Pryor's son is coming to the Jukebox Comedy Club.
And this is Mason Pryor.
Yep, his name's Mason. He's only 21 years old, so he's
But he's
just
funny,
starting
right?
out. I had a phone interview with him. I thought he was very funny and charming, but he's only been doing it a year, so...
And he asked you out for a date.
Well...
You turned him down, though, of course.
Well, you know, being married, kind of, you turn down dates.
But he's a funny man, though. He sounds funny,
He
and
does
so
seem-
it's probably worth checking out at the jukebox.
I think so. Tickets are $20 at the door, 8 p.m. Sunday, Jukebox Comedy Club. So, plenty of stuff to do this weekend.
Great.
And Dave LePay and Plie and Jonathan Grande. Good.